Peter Zinger.
You may all rise.
Now the judge is walking into the room.
Prosecutor, your opening statement.
Evidence that we have researched claim that John Peter Zinger has broken in laws from the government and because he published an article that goes against the government. Defense opening statement.
Your Honor, we are here today to prove that our client John Peter Zinger is innocent. Instead, that the actual person who is guilty is the tyrant William Cosby for overusing his power as royal governor.
Prosecutor, you may call your first witness.
I'd like to call up William Cosby.
Do you swear that you will not tell a lie?
I swear.
Okay. Sit down.
So, are you the governor of New York?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are your relations with the defendant?
The defendant, basically he wrote an article about me. Like, the article, it ruined my reputation.
So how did it ruin your reputation?
The article stated that the government was rigging elections and it was like, I think it was the French on New York Harbor or something like that. But it basically, it ruined my reputation.
So are you aware what libel is?
Yes.
So would you say that the John Peter Zinger publishing this article harmed your reputation?
Yes.
Okay, I'm done questioning this witness.
Prosecutor, no, defense cross-examine. Would you like to cross-examine?
Cross-examine.
Mr. William Cosby, I heard that there was a dispute between you and Van Dam. Mind explaining what the dispute was about? Was it perhaps something relating to salary, economic-wise?
I think it's more economic-wise.
Was it perhaps that you feared that the jurors would favor Van Dam and not you?
I guess.
Oh my God.
In other words, were you scared of losing against Van Dam?
I was scared of losing and getting my reputation even more ruined.
Why did you also want to avoid a common law jury trial?
I guess they were fair to Van more than me.
Okay. Why did you want Justices Frederick Douglass and James Delancey to decide the outcome of the case?
Because I think they would favor me more than Van.
Oh, it's Jake.
Alright, okay. Alright. Mr. Cosby, I understand there's scandalous writing of you in your administration of the New York Weekly Journal, but there's one flaw that you got wrong, which means, okay, everything in that journal is true and can be proven true.
Mr. Zinger, because the information is true. Along with that, you have done many things to try to win over the trial, like changing the judges and allies, and abusing your power in the government, which is exactly what prompted Mr. Zinger to publish this journal. Along with that, Mr. Cosby, you've been fighting Mr. Van Dam in the court case. You still lost, but you applied the same tactics on that case like you did on this case, like having your allies help you in favor.
The thing that started this case, the New York Weekly Journal.
That's a dumb question.
Prosecutor, would you like to call up your second witness?
We would like to call Anna Zinger. So are you the wife of John Peter Zinger?
Yes, he's my husband.
So what are your relations with the defendant other than you being his wife?
I published the New York newspaper journal supporting my husband and my family. Getting public support.
So
My husband.
the newspaper that your husband was printing was offensive towards the government?
No, sir.
Okay, so do you know that this was against the licensing order of 1643?
Yes.
scandalous.
Getting public support.
So,
My husband.
Zinger, so why did you publish the New York articles in the first place?
To help economically help my family
Besides the point, what else encouraged you?
and to help my husband.
Besides to help your family. So, in order to support your husband who was in jail, you wrote in the article. What was the article about? Objection! Lacks personal knowledge.
She allowed to say
Do you swear by the law to not lie?
Mr. Horseman. Today we have some questions for you.
Do you swear by the law to not lie?
Oh, under the name of God, I am not allowed to swear.
So, what are your relations with John Peter Zinger?
I wrote the New York Journal.
So, you do confirm that you're the actual writer of the journal, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so.
How is this newspaper about? About how William Cosby cheated the election. What evidence do you have that William Cosby cheated in the election? I don't have any evidence.
What are your views on the Peter Zinger trial?
It's great.
I believe you have an opinion on what Cosby did with the judges. Do you care to tell me what that opinion was?
Ooh. You see, I don't recall having an opinion. Cheated. You know what I'm saying?
If you had an opinion.
If I had
Objection! Question asked and answered.
Oh, cool. Okay. So you're making me think that Cosby is unfairly using his power as royal governor to win this case on his side by utilizing the main aspect of
The governor had his allies on the court. James Dorsey and Judge and it is true that the New York Weekly Journal was written by you? Yes, sir. So, if you were the writer of the New York Weekly Journal, the actual writer, meaning that you're responsible
for all these scandalous and malicious writings of the government, and that John Peter Zinger is the only the publisher, therefore clearing his name. That means this trial should be for you, since you're the main source of the information.
Oh, that hit
I
me.
rest my case.
Okay, well, God on our side.
You'd like to call your next witness?
We would like to call the defendant John Peter Zinger.
Dun dun dun!
Good morning, sir. Trademark Gia. Who are you and what is your relationship with the New York Weekly paper?
I'm John Peter Zinger, and
Boo!
Were you aware of the information contained in the articles that you were responsible for printing? Yes, I was. What type of messages were you trying to get across to the reader in the articles of the newspaper? That William Cosby did not deserve to be governor. So, in other words, you cheated in elections? Yeah. Were you aware that writing and or publishing documents that go against or offend the government?
follow the law, then couldn't you?
Not that he cheated, but that he doesn't deserve it. But then just say you cheated.
Defense.
All right, ready for this? All right, is it true that you only published this?
Yes.
All right, is it true that James Alexander and William Smith came to you saying, "Hey, can you publish this for us?" You didn't even write it, right? All you did was publish in print. Is that correct? Exactly. So.
Why did you make this paper? Well, I didn't make it, but I published it. What was written is what I thought was right. Exactly. And you thought that the governor was doing bad things and that he should be kicked out, right? Yes. Exactly. So it's not anybody else's fault. It's the governor's fault. It's the governor's fault. Just because if he didn't act like this, if he didn't make all these horrible mistakes, it wouldn't have
made John Peter Zinger want to make a whole.
Objection. Argumentative question.
Overruled.
Oh wow!
Overruled.
Exactly.
Overruled. Overruled. The world is
This
shut.
is one-sided. This is one-sided.
Basically meaning that, you know, since the governor did this, it made him influenced and made him want to make a newspaper telling other colonists that, hey, we shouldn't have him as governor. So I rest my case there. This is
One-sided.
Mr. John Peter Zinger, before all of this occurred, have you heard between the dispute between Governor William Cosby and Van Dam?
Yes.
Do you mind explaining to me what your opinion is about this?
I don't think William Cosby deserves to be governor.
Order in the court.
I swear. Who's this?
Alright, let's see, what are your relations with the defendant? I tried to represent him with my dear friend James, but
We weren't allowed to.
Okay. So while you and Alexander were looking for an attorney, who did you find?
We found the attorney, Andrew Hamilton. Yeah, that.
What was one of the arguments used in the case? That Britain's common law was that they could, you could publish anything you wanted, but the government can sue for libel. So according to this law, do you think that would right for the government to sue John Peter Zinger for libel? Yeah, I think we should end him.
Okay, William Smith. Why did you challenge the jurisdiction of the court to hear the dispute, and why? Okay. In conclusion, this is moreover about James Alexander.
Wait, I just played myself.
Dang.
Prosecutor, next witness. You're identified witness.
He didn't help me. He's
my
wife.
Would you like to call your next
We'd
witness?
like to call Rip Van Dam.
I'm sorry.
Magic.
Not right. It was crucial.
And so you
understand the stubbornness. Yeah, exactly. And so you understand what you can do to colonists and people like yes, I deserve my salary. Exactly. So I rest my case there. No reason I put that down. Mr. Van Dam, so going back to you said you demanded for more salary, right? But after you demanded, what did Mr. William Cosby respond? He said that he was a governor. He said I was only part-time, I wasn't on the law, I was the governor of New York. So then you say that he
Deserved more and you less?
Yes, if I go to America.
How'd you feel about this?
I felt very treated badly, and I worked really hard for it.
So, like they said earlier, so you tried to sue William Cosby for not splitting the salary?
Yes.
So, no offense, but how in any way does this have to do with the relevance of Paul Zinger?
Because of the unfair treatment with the government, of how the governor should be treated, even though I was part-time.
But no.
But this is a suing for libel, talking about the truthfulness and the publishing of documents. This has nothing to do with the case. So I rest my case.
Basically, you've witnessed the anger of Mr. Cosby, right?
Yes.
And his stubbornness and how he doesn't want to give it up.
Yes.
Exactly. That has so much to do with this case for the sole fact that he's doing the same thing to you as he's doing to these colonists.
Yes.
And they're getting these rage, and that's why all of this happened. That's why this man is accused of libel and stuff like that, even though, first of all, it's not his fault. And second of all, he's suffering the king's rage. I mean, governor's rage.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Defense, would you like to call your next witness?
My love. Oh, how I miss you.
Can I call?
So, before all of this happened, what was your relationship with Mr. John Peter Zinger?
I was his attorney during the trial.
Why did you choose to defend him? Is there any beliefs you had why he should be innocent and not guilty?
Because he supported the New York Times Journal, like me.
Okay, so you know that Zinger was being, this case is whether he committed serious libel, right?
Yes.
So at the time, because you were trying to be his defending attorney, weren't you?
Yes.
At the time, serious libel was defined as something that is offense to the government. Am I right or am I wrong?
You're right.
So, after... I rest my case.
Let's go. Let's go.
Defense would like to go then. So, prosecutor, would you like to recall any witnesses up again or no?
No.
Defense? Prosecutor, please begin your closing statements.
With evidence, we can easily say that John Peter Zinger is guilty of libel. Countless people have come up and said that he published, printed, and distributed the New York Journal. And in addition to libel, he has also broken several English laws. So we hereby say, John Peter Zinger is guilty.
The case between Van Damme and Cosby truly showed that Cosby's actions do have an effect, a cause and effect towards it. And also, John Peter Zinger was only a publisher, not the actual writer, which may have discriminated William Cosby. So we believe that John Peter Zinger is innocent.
Peter Zinger, according to the juries, you are found not guilty.